Hi there, my name is Kyle Meteyer and I'm the principal of Walled Lake Central High School. It is my joy to present this graduation video as we approach the graduation season in the spring and summer of 2024. I'm so proud of our class of 2024. They've been through so much in their school careers and they are almost there, right in the middle of their 8th semester right now of high school, just a little bit to go. So I wanted to go over some things with you today, including some important time changes to graduation, other necessities when it comes to graduation, and then some other topics related to the end of the year when it comes to seniors. So I would like this video to be viewed optimally by both parents and students at the same time so that you can pause it, talk about an item in there, and then push play again. So again, if your parents aren't in the room right now, or parents, if your student isn't in the room right now, maybe push pause, wait till a time when you can all watch it together so that you can all be on the same page about everything related to the end of your student's high school career. Okay, so the first slide that we've got here is our graduation contacts. My secretary, Miss Missy Mergner, is our graduation coordinator at the school. And so if you have any simple questions about, graduation items, feel free to give her a call and she can answer just about everything when it comes to graduation. Of course, I'm the one speaking right now. Our counseling department chair, because our counselors have so much to do with graduation, is Mr. Terrence Johnson. But your student's counselor is based on last name. So it's either Ms. Swanson, Ms. Morrell, Ms. Wesley, or Mr. Johnson. Up there on the screen also we have the phone number for Herf Jones. They are our graduation regalia company, caps and gowns, all that sort of thing. So give them a call as far as caps, gowns, and other important apparel items for graduation go. They also do the graduation announcements for students. Okay, our graduation webpage. You're going to want to become very familiar with the graduation webpage. If you go to our Walled Lake Central homepage, which is central.wlcsd.org, hover on students, and then click on senior class as it shows on the screen. A lot of important information right there. In addition, our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages are pretty active, and they are the same handle on all three of those. Just search for Walled Lake Central High School on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right, depending on when you watch this video, we've got roughly 10 weeks to go, so not much time to go. We're going to go over some expectations here. Your grades. We want to make sure we keep our grades up. We want to make sure we finish strong. You've worked so hard for the last 7.5 semesters. Don't quit now. Attendance. Don't forget, seniors, we have a senior exam incentive. That incentive dictates that if you have 90% attendance in your class, each class is evaluated individually, first hour, second hour, third hour, etc. 90% attendance, and with 3 tardies counting as 1 absence, and you have an 80% grade or better in that class, that you may opt out or hold harmless for the final exam so that final exam grade doesn't affect your grade. Of course, if you want to take the final exam because you're on the bubble between an A- and a B+, everybody is free to do that, but you're held harmless on it, so your grade can't go down. So I encourage all of our seniors to shoot for that incentive to make your last semester the lowest stress possible as you approach final exam season. Okay, don't forget the Walled Lake Schools Code of Conduct still applies to you until June 2nd, at which point you are an alum and you're free of the Code of Conduct. So make sure that in order to make sure you can participate in all the things at the end of the year, that you are still behaving yourself, as I'm sure you are, because you're seniors and seniors know how to do this sort of thing. Again, I mentioned academics. Here's a sample letter of a student from Michigan State University who was initially admitted to the university, but they had to reject that student later on because their grades fell at the end of their senior year. So I encourage you seniors, please keep up with your grades at the end of senior year. I know it's hard. I know the senioritis is seeping in there right now, and you just want to kind of call it quits in some cases, but you can't do that. We've still got a few weeks left. Some important action items, transcripts, you'll want to order those on Parchment. You should be familiar with Parchment. It's on our counseling website. You'll want to submit what's called the graduation information form. All that is that it tells us what you're doing after graduation, how to get a hold of you, should we need to get a hold of you, and that sort of thing. That hasn't come out yet as of the recording of this video, but it will very soon. You're going to want to copy your Google Drive. I know you would wonder, why would I ever want that 9th grade essay ever again? But there might be some things in your Google Drive that you're going to want in the future, and that gets erased during this coming summer, and you won't have access to it anymore, and we can't do anything to pull it up. I know because I tried for a student this past year, and I was unsuccessful. And then, of course, if you have any online courses, whether that's Graduation Alliance, Michigan Virtual, VLAC, anything, make sure that you finish those up by the deadline. Fines and financial obligations. So make sure that any book fines that you have, if you've lost a book, any missing sports or band uniforms, anything like that. Chromebooks, obviously now we have Chromebooks in our school, so if those are missing, other financial obligations, you need to make sure that those things are handled before graduation so that you can fully participate in graduation. If you have any questions, call the Walled Lake Central main office and speak with Ms. Brenda Bordeaux. She will help you with any financial questions that you have at the end of your high school career. Honor cords. So at Senior Honors Night in May, we have honor cords. And so these are dependent on your GPA. You can see them on the screen, what the different GPAs are. Note, those are not rounded GPAs. They go down to several place values after the decimal point. And so we do take it raw, and we don't round your grade point to make it go up or down based on rounding. So one thing when it comes to cords and sashes, the only cords that you can wear at graduation or sashes are ones that are provided by the high school to you. So please don't go on Amazon and go buying a bunch of different cords and sashes. You will not be allowed to wear those on graduation day. Thank you. National Decision Day. So as you know, you probably see it on the news where high school seniors are signing and they've got their two hats saying, am I going to go to Michigan State or Michigan? And that sort of thing. They do that for athletics, but sort of a newer thing to help celebrate the decisions that all students are making as high school seniors. It's called National Decision Day. It's an annual thing on May 1st, and we do some celebration to help recognize the decisions that you're making, whether you're going to college and what college that might be. Maybe you're going into the military and you have signed on the dotted line to commit to the military. Thank you, by the way, for your service in the future. Or maybe it's that you've decided on a job that you're doing after high school and you've got an awesome job lined up as soon as we graduate, maybe even before. We want to know about those things, and that is a function of our student activities program here, student leadership class. So look for more information from student activities on National Decision Day. Okay, parents, I'm talking to you right now. So there are about 10 weeks to go. You don't have an empty nest yet. I know it's starting to feel maybe a little sad around your house as you prepare for that potentially empty nest. Many of you won't if your students are staying around next year. But regardless, everybody's got a student who's 17 or 18 years old. They're acting very independently, as they should. They're many of them legally voting now, legal adults. So it can be a really difficult time both for the students and for the parents. And I encourage our students and our parents to remember that you're really not out of the nest yet. And parents, please be understanding that these times are unprecedented for your kids. They've never gone through a high school graduation before. There's a lot of unknowns in the future. So some seniors may act out of character. We encourage you to give them as much support, maybe more, that you have over the last 4 years or even maybe the last 18. So they're going to need you. Parents, please don't cut them loose quite yet. We want you to support them just as you've been doing all along. So students, now I'm speaking to you. Even though many of you are legal adults and you are making great decisions on a daily basis, sometimes things happen at the end of your senior year where people make decisions that they wouldn't have made for the first 3 3/4 of their high school career. So think before you act. We will not permit any school disruptions or large public displays for promposals. Vandalism is a criminal act, and so please don't engage in anything like vandalism. We will not have any tolerance of disruptions to the school day, and keep in mind that severe violations of our code of conduct might result in you being barred from graduation activities, from prom, and from everything fun that's going on at the end of the year. So don't let a silly or stupid decision result in you not being able to be alongside your friends at the end of the year, at graduation, prom, and other things here at the end of the year. Thank you for making good decisions. Okay, let's talk about the graduation ceremony. There has been a time change, so get out your phone calendars and change it in your phone. Graduation is on Sunday, June 2nd. It is now at 3:30 p.m. That was the holdup on getting this video published, and all the information published was Eastern Michigan University needs a little bit more time throughout the day, so all the graduations have changed a little bit throughout the day, the times, except for the last graduation. The 7 o'clock one is staying 7 o'clock, but ours moved back to 3:30, and the first graduation has moved earlier an hour. What you need to know is the doors open to the public for parents and grandparents and whoever's coming to graduation at 2:30 p.m., and all visitors should be seated by 3:20 p.m. on graduation day. And I'll go over the graduates' responsibilities in just a minute. The location is the Eastern Michigan University George Gervin Game Above Center. It used to be called the Convocation Center. It's the same thing, the indoor arena over there at Eastern Michigan University. They've been our hosts for many, many years. Commencement tickets. So it is a ticketed event because seating is limited. Seniors will receive 2 tickets on May 16th and 17th during lunches. So seniors, make sure you're present on May 16th and 17th so you can receive your tickets. Additional tickets, you can purchase extras. They're low price, just $5, available directly from Eastern Michigan University. The phone number is on your screen. The website is emutix.com, and the date for that is beginning April 10th at 10 o'clock a.m., and that includes suites. Suites have a capacity of 20 people, so they include 20 tickets. There are some beverages included. Those are also available on the website for emutix.com. We will be raffling, rather I should say the PTSA, Walled Lake Central Parent Teacher Student Organization Association, will be raffling off 2 of those suites. So if you're not sure you want to spend $400 on a suite, but you could buy a raffle ticket to support the PTSA, you can do that. I believe the price was $350 last year, and then a couple of years ago, post-COVID, it was only $150 for the suites, but they only included 10 tickets with those. So it's $400 now, but it's a pretty good deal with 20 people and some really comfortable sort of posh settings, so if that's what you want to do. All right, graduation day. Here's what seniors you need to know. Graduates are going to assemble at 2:30 p.m. on the day of graduation. You'll be herded into the right spot at graduation. You'll be organized, and there's an auxiliary gym at the Eastern Michigan University George Gervin Center. You'll be organized down there into the proper alphabetical order. You'll proceed into the arena at 3:30 sharp, so don't be late. You want to be there at 2:30 p.m. It takes about an hour to get everybody lined up. Rehearsal. We do a rehearsal for graduation to make sure of all of our graduates and the administrators working there that day and the teachers know how this works. That's going to be on Wednesday, May 22nd. After your final exams, we will do the graduation rehearsal in our Walled Lake Central gym. So graduation is a classy event, and graduates, you should not show up to graduation wearing, tennis shoes, sandals, Crocs, that sort of thing. It is a shirt and tie sort of event, or a dress, whatever you prefer. Please don't put any signs or symbols on the top of your mortarboard, your cap, your graduation cap. No jokes, please. Your parents and your school do not see graduation as a joke. Please don't embarrass your parents or your family or your school through anything having to do with a joke at graduation. And again, I'll say it again, no graduation cords, sashes, or other adornment that is not provided and authorized by Walled Lake Central. If you're not appropriately dressed, or if there's other things going on, then unfortunately you would be removed from graduation and not allowed to enter the arena. This is not an individual event. This is an event for all of our graduates. We want to make sure that all of our graduates are following these guidelines. Thank you in advance. I know it won't be a problem. You'll be in alphabetical order. On graduation, after all the speeches and music and that sort of thing, you'll be called up to the stage one row at a time. You'll walk to center stage where you'll receive your diploma, and then you'll walk to the end of a ramp where I'll be standing to shake your hand, and then you'll take a photograph or two, and then you'll head back to your seat. This year, we do have to make a couple of trims to our program, which we're still figuring out, because Eastern Michigan University also needed us to shrink our time a little bit. And so I just had a meeting this past Tuesday with our 4.0 students who are seniors to talk about some possible trims. They gave me some feedback on those. I really want to thank them for participating in that meeting. And we're looking at some other things as well. Notably, I've got to shrink my speech. It was way too long in the past, so I'm going to shrink that down so we can try to move things along a little bit more quickly. Seniors, I want to remind you that although your name is on the transcript, your name is on the college acceptance letter, you had a lot of help getting to this point in your educational career. I want you to say thank you to somebody, anybody, maybe 2 people, maybe 5, maybe 10. I want you to say thank you to some people who helped you get to this point. Gratitude is so important, but it's something that in our modern world, our fast world, sometimes we forget to say thank you. So think about how you want to do that, but it is important that you do it in some way, shape, or form. Graduation conduct, a little bit more about that. Please do not come to graduation drunk, high, or under the influence in any way. Anybody who's doing so, you are underage if you are a high school graduate, and so you'll be referred immediately to law enforcement. At that point, high school administration is not going to deal with that. We will have Deputy Kraft there that day, and he'll have the pleasure of working with you. Again, don't create a disruption or spectacle. Please, listen to me. No backflips on stage. We're very amazed by your gymnastics ability. Don't do it. I'll give you the reminder that sometimes backflips turn out tragically. There was a student right here at Walled Lake Central named Drew Claiborne. He didn't do this at graduation, but he did it on Central Ave. He did a backflip. He didn't land it. He's still paralyzed to this day. You can look him up on Instagram, Drew Claiborne. He's an awesome guy, but he would tell you it's not worth it. Please don't turn graduation into a situation where we've got to pause the whole thing to give medical attention to somebody up there on stage. Parents, I'm asking you, please, when your graduate crosses the stage, some applause is expected. Please don't carry on for several seconds after that, because the next student walking across the stage, their parents want to hear their voice, their name called as well. And if there's a lot of screaming and hollering in the arena, think about that next family that was taking a video, and all they can hear in the video is a bunch of screaming, and they cannot hear their graduate's name being read. So please, short applause, and then quiet so that the next graduate's name can be read. Your respect is very much appreciated, and please pass that along to everybody in your group. The website for graduation pictures is graduationphoto.com. The graduation ceremony will be recorded by Walled Lake TV. They've posted it on YouTube in the past. Past years' graduations are available on YouTube. And then student speakers. Currently, we've got the student council, executive president, senior class president, and then 8 to 10 speakers with a 4.0 or higher GPA. So that part might be under review right there. I've been talking with our 4.0 students about that. Stay tuned. There could possibly be, some changes to that part of the program. Yearbooks. If you haven't ordered a yearbook yet, you can still do so. And if you haven't placed a tribute ad in the 2024 yearbook, you can do that as well, making a tribute to your graduate. The website is on your screen, yearbookforever.com. A couple of parent-planned events and activities here at the end of the year. The first one, as you see on the screen, there is an all-night party being planned. I've got to mention that this is a event that is completely parent-run, so thank you, parents, for taking the initiative to do this. but there is no school involvement with this. It's at Paradise Park off campus, and it is not supervised by high school administration. But I think the parents who are planning it are probably doing a great job, and they're trying to provide a safe, fun way for seniors to end their senior year over there at Paradise Park in Novi. The other thing is you can order a Walled Lake Central Class of 2024 yard signs, and more information about all this is available on our senior year webpage that I described earlier, or on the Walled Lake Central 2024 Parents Facebook page or Senior All Night Party page. Some other important dates. We do a slideshow, a senior slideshow, and that includes your student's baby picture or childhood picture along with their senior picture. The email address is on your screen, and that is due April 15th. Legacy Scholarship Night. Congratulations if you are earning a Legacy Scholarship. You probably don't know yet, but congratulations in advance. Monday, May 6th, invitation only. Senior Honors Night, Wednesday, May 1st. All of our seniors who are receiving an honor will attend on Wednesday, May 1st. That's in our auditorium that is in person. Senior finals are May 20th through the 22nd, and your last day of school, seniors, is Thursday, May 23rd. That's the last day of school. It's not a class day where you go to classes. That day you arrive at 8:45 a.m. We do the slideshow that I just talked about. We do a clap out. Excuse me. The parents are invited to the clap out. The best place for parents to go is down by the bus loop, by the baseball fields. You can stand back there. If you do come into the school, get here early. You are invited into the school. We're happy to welcome you. But the reason you need to get here early is you must sign in the office, get a visitor badge, and then you're welcome inside the school. If you don't want to deal with all that, then please go to the bus loop area where you can greet and clap our seniors out of the building that afternoon. Elementary walkthroughs are that afternoon as well. If you want to go back to your elementary schools where you started off, you've got to be in your cap and gown, and we will be publishing the dates and times for all the elementary school walkthroughs that afternoon as well, so stay tuned. The senior prom is, of course, a highlight, and that is on Thursday, May 30th, over at the Meridian in Farmington Hills. At this time, I want to turn it over to a special guest, Deputy Nick Kraft. He is our school resource officer from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, and his topic is students and graduates and parents and the law. Deputy Kraft.
Seniors and parents. I am Deputy Kraft, Walled Lake Central School Resource Officer. I want to take a minute to discuss some end of the year topics with you. Students, as we near the end of the school year, there's a lot to look forward to. Please continue to make smart choices and represent yourself, your family, and this school in a positive manner. Please do not engage in senior pranks in our building. Students will be held accountable according to the Student Code of Conduct and the law. Students who engage in disruptive and/or destructive behavior can result in school discipline, as you have heard from Mr. Meteyer, as well as legal consequences. Potential charges could be disorderly conduct on school grounds, a misdemeanor, or malicious destruction of property, a misdemeanor or higher, depending on the dollar value of the damage. The idea may seem funny at the time, but it could very easily turn into a situation that could jeopardize your ability to go to college or obtain financial aid. Parents, this is also an exciting time of the year for you. As we move forward in the school year and start to plan graduation parties, I want to discuss common issues with alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana products. The age of recreational use for all of these is 21 years old. I have seen several instances at graduation parties that have resulted in criminal charges in regards to alcohol. As parents and homeowners, the responsibility is yours to ensure that those under 21 are not consuming alcohol. The penalty is a misdemeanor with the potential of a felony charge if students are injured or killed as a result of intoxication. All of you have worked so hard to get to this point in the school year. This should be a time of celebration and excitement for what your future holds. Please do your part to make that happen. I look forward to a fun end of the school year, prom, and graduation. Students, again, please think of your future and conduct yourselves in a way that will make you proud and your family proud.
Thank you, Deputy Kraft. I would reiterate everything that he said. The Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals strongly discourages any parents from serving alcohol, even to people of age. It winds up in the wrong hands oftentimes at graduation parties. The best way is to have a sober and alcohol-free graduation party or any other festivities at the end of the year. If you're hosting a party after prom at your house, it is your responsibility as the homeowner to make sure that students are behaving legally at your house. We appreciate that. Let's not let anything happen tragically or unfortunately at the end of our year. The countdown to graduation is on. Based on when I think you'll be watching this video, there's about 79 days left. Let's, seniors, make sure that you finish strong. Many of you have a full sports season ahead of you. The musical's coming up. Shout out to the musical. Lots of other things happening this spring. Make sure that you finish strong. You've made us so proud for the last 3 3/4 years. We know it's going to be a great last couple of weeks of your senior year. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, stop in the main office or give us a call. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see the class of 2024 graduate from high school. Thank you, and go Vikings.